in the bag, I go to Jamaica. I need a vacation. I stay with a baddie, I fuck with a flavors. I'm chasing this paper. I got a new crib, it came with some acres. Make nothing but bangers. These niggas are stupid, I swear I'm dangerous. These niggas be hating. I'm doing no favors. I need a vacation. I grind on the daily. These niggas be hating. I'm doing no favors. Need a vacation. Grind on the daily. These niggas be hating. I'm doing no favors. I need a vacation. No time for waiting. Ain't doing no favors. I'm just chasing this paper.
Yeah, you already know what it is. You're listening to The Urban Product. It's your boy DME.
It's your boy Cozy Rich.
How you doing today, bro?
Living my best life per usual. How about you?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm pretty cozy. Fresh off of a weekend in New York, because I told everybody last week I was heading over to Rolling Loud in City Field, and that shit was lit. Before I get into that, let me just let everybody know that Imani won't be joining us today because she has a performance, and she's going to kill that performance, so everybody wish her luck and good fun, but she'll be back next week. And also, for everybody tuning in next week, we will not be dropping the episode on Wednesday, but we will also actually be dropping it on Friday, all right? So don't blow our mentions up when you don't see a new episode on Wednesday. Just know it's coming Friday instead. And the reason that it's coming Friday, we'll leave that special treat just for y'all. You feel me?
We got something for y'all.
Facts. But how was your weekend, brother?
Not nearly as good as yours. I can tell you that 1,000%. I was lazy as fuck this weekend. I didn't really do a thing. I just spent Friday with my shorty. Saturday, I spent in Bridgewater with the niggas for a little bit.
I peeped.
Then went home. It was a chill day. And Sunday, I legit didn't do anything but sleep. So
that's all good.
It was, a recovery weekend, if that makes sense.
Good.
Oh, you'll be proud of me. Actually, no, I can't even say that. Never mind. I was going to say I wasn't drunk yesterday, but I was.
I already had that shit queued up as soon as you said that you weren't drunk.
I'm all right. Now that I think about it, you're going to probably look at me different, but, I've been drunk every day for the last week and a half.
I know. Why would I look at you any different?
I mean, hey, it just be like that. I'm just saying, like, I feel good,
It's all right, bro. I feel good.
Like, I don't wake up feeling no type of way, like hungover or anything. You know what it is? I don't drink to get drunk. I just drink to feel nice, like to feel good. Not about myself, but like, just like drink.
So like, for example, like celebrating.
Yeah, exactly.
But what you celebrating?
Life.
Okay.
Feel me?
I feel like you can't tell somebody they're not celebrating life. So I feel like I just got to let you have that.
You feel me? Which is why I said it. That's something you can't come back from. But enough about my weekend.
Just know that turns into alcoholism, all right?
Nah, that'll never happen.
To celebrate life. I'm just
that'll
letting you
never
know.
happen because I don't buy bottles. Like, I've been sipping the same bottle. Like, it's for a week and a half. I don't know how.
And you've been drunk?
You feel me?
What is it, the E&J or the Henny?
Both.
Oh.
Well, I had a bottle of both. I think that's why. But yeah, it is. Henny, was a weekend thing. I kind of killed the Henny over the weekend. But. Bro, what about you? You was out Rolling Loud. You saw the baby like 2 feet away from you, bro.
Yeah,
like you was in an Airbnb living the good life for the weekend. Like, yo, let's hear about that. What's up?
So Rolling Loud was pretty fun. So I went Saturday morning and I came back Monday afternoon. So I pulled up to my Airbnb, checked in and all that, and then I went straight to City Field around like 1:30 or 1. It was really dope. I saw a lot of dope acts.
You find parking?
What I did, I parked in my Airbnb.
You took the train?
And I took the train in. I felt like that would have been the smartest thing to do because my Airbnb was about like 15 minutes from the field.
Oh,
you feel me?
That's the case.
Yeah. So I took the train and it was like a 45-minute train ride. So like,
hold on. You were 15 minutes from your shit.
Yeah, that's New York.
Your Airbnb was 15 minutes from the field, but it took you 45 minutes by train.
Yes, no regrets. And you want to know why? Because if I drove, I would have had to pay like 50 to 60 bills for parking at the field. You feel me? And if I was to take an Uber, that shit would be like mad bread just to go down. Yeah, I'd be waiting in traffic. And like Kay took an Uber to City Field from the Airbnb, and she said it costed like 20 bills, where the train only cost me 3 bills. So I was like, all right, fuck it, it's 45 minutes. The shit that we got to deal with when we take the T over here, I'm like, oh, okay, that's slight. So I said, fuck it. Even though it was just 15 minutes. For me, I'm not even from there, so anywhere is a grip, you feel me? That was fun. I saw a lot of dope acts. This weekend just showed me how much New York fucks with New York artists, but also it lets me know how many people from New York don't know about New York artists. You feel me? Because there were a lot of I like how Rolling Loud did it in New York. They had a lot of people from New York as like kind of like the openers. You feel me? So like people that we would know about, but not a lot of people would know about. They were kind of like performing during the day, so around like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So I saw like for Saturday, I saw Jay Guapo, who was really dope live, really dope live. And a lot of people in the crowd knew him. They were bumping his shit, but there were also a lot of people there that just didn't know about him at all. You feel me? That was just standing still. And that goes to show for me, when I think that when we hear about an artist over here from New York, I'm thinking they're big as shit over there. You feel me? I'm thinking everybody in the city is big as shit. Because I feel like if you make a noise in another city, you must be popping in your own. You feel me? But that's actually not the case. He is popping, but he wasn't as popping as we probably think he is. You feel me? So that was dope.
I have to ask, like, I've never been to Rolling Loud or any like music festival in general. Like,
same.
I've only been to concerts and shit. So like, what was it set up? Like, how was it set up throughout the weekend? Is it like doors open at a certain time and then like you just gotta wait in the field and wait for people to like go on stage?
So how it is first of all, I thought that they were gonna hold it in the actual ballpark itself.
That would have been crazy, but
it wouldn't have been possible if they
because
it's too small. Yeah, it's way too small, so it wouldn't have been possible. You feel me? Yeah, it's dope. So
a baseball field
wouldn't have been big enough for 60,000 people. Hell nah, fam. That shit would not have been big enough. And
60,000 people?
Yeah, and there were 3 stages. So there were 3 stages. So
whoa. 3 stages? Nigga, what?
Facts. Let me tell you.
Oh, let me hear this.
Gates opened at 12. And gates closed at 9 p.m. Because 9 p.m. was when the last act was performing. You feel
so
me?
you could just pull up whenever the fuck you want.
Exactly. But me being the music head I was there both days from start to finish. You feel me? I can't lie. On Saturday, I missed a couple. On Sunday, I missed the first few, but I was there for the rest.
I feel like the first couple aren't even that big.
Yeah. Unless like you know them. You feel me? So we walk into Citi Field. It was the parking lot. So it was the entire parking lot. First of all, I've never seen a parking lot that big before. So I was there like, first of all, who the fuck parks here to go watch a Mets game, bro? But I don't know. New York and it's also funny because we were at a Mets stadium and I was just hearing Yankee chants all in the weekend long. And that's fucking hilarious. But yeah, we walk in at the gate, check in, security check, all that shit. It's crazy. They will pat you down, but it is still so easy to sneak shit in. Bro, it's wild.
You got to think about it, like 60,000 people, they ain't going in depth with every single person.
Yeah, which is why I fucked with it. And it was like crazy because I was reading the policy and it said like no drugs or drug paraphernalia. And I'm like, but it's Rolling Loud, you feel me? But I think they just said that because, you know, legal. They have to say that. But, well, you know, much shit I snuck into.
I'm putting that as a rule. And I'm telling my security guard, if it ain't some crazy shit like crack, whatever, they good.
Facts. And it's crazy because how they mail your passes, they mail your passes in the same type of like sealed bag that you'd put weed in. You feel me? So like at the dispense, like, you know, when you buy the shit and they have it in those like
I know aluminum exactly
bags
what
or some shit like
about,
that. That's how they gave us the passes in this gold bag.
They endorsing it.
Yeah. So literally,
use this to bring Loud in.
I brought it with me the first day just to test the waters to see how it was gonna go, because Kay met me at Rolling Loud, so I had her pass in there, so I kind of just had it face down. They didn't even look at the shit, and I'm like, fam, this is known. These type of packages are known to have weed in it. So if I put it right in front of you, you just take a glance at it and just keep it pushing. I'm like, bet. So Sunday, niggas brought pack. Sunday, I brought the whole shit, man.
We getting hot today.
Yeah. So it's lit. How you walk in, there's 3 different stages. So it was the sauce stage, the Fashion Nova stage, and the drip stage. And acts were just performing there simultaneously.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, people were performing there simultaneously.
That's crazy.
So it's like you get to choose where you want to go. You get to choose. You choose when you want to leave, and if you can just pull up to the next.
Were they like going over each other? Like, could you hear like one artist?
No.
Really?
Yeah, the place was that big, but how they set up their speakers and shit, it's like if you're in that area and you're like walking way, way back, if you're in front of the stadium or around it, you'll be able to hear everything at that stage. There's a certain threshold
where it's just like
where if you just keep walking, you'll just stop hearing that and you'll just start hearing the next stage. So
they did that. They
well.
planned. All right,
Yeah, they planned the distance shit pretty well. That was dope. But what's fucked up is like the headliners. Saturday, the headliners were ASAP. No, Saturday, the headliners were Travis Scott, Meek Mill, and Fat Joe. All performed at 9 o'clock.
Oh, so you had to pick one.
I had to choose. You feel me?
That's some fucked up shit.
So I had to choose. You feel me? I've never seen Meek before. I really wanted to see Meek, but Kay only saw Travis once.
What do you mean? She seen Trav once and you ain't never seen me.
But she saw Travis before Astroworld. So I felt like that was a different Trav. So she had to see Trav. I grant, because when I went to the Astroworld tour, like I said, to this day, that tour is still the best tour I've been to in my life. You know how many tours I've been to, you feel me? So I had to let her experience that shit, you feel me? That shit was lit. That shit was
like
lit.
A broken leg?
Huh?
Is that him?
He
does have a broken leg?
I don't know if it's broken, but he did injure his leg. It was in the middle of butterfly effect. And I didn't even realize it, but I did realize he was hurt and shit. But like, there's this video online where it shows where he like fell and where he got back up, and he did this thing where he was standing there. We were quiet for a little bit. People were looking at his knee, and then out of nowhere, he just
started going off again.
Yeah, he just said, "Chase B, I think I broke my shit." And then he was like, but we're still gonna, I don't know. He was like, we're still gonna range it. It's just not over. Chase B was like, yeah, that's how you feel. And he was like, yeah, play that shit. And then he played No Bystanders. And it was crazy because the entire crowd went fucking nuts to No Bystanders, me included. Of course, there's snaps of it. The entire crowd went crazy. You can just see the entire crowd doing mad mosh pits, and he's just standing in the middle of the stage, holding his legs still. So while everyone's going crazy, he's literally just chilling. He's standing like this the entire time, watching everybody go crazy. So yeah, it's pretty dope. Dude's a lit performer. Pretty dope. Sunday, I had to choose between ASAP Rocky, Meg Thee Stallion, and Uzi. We chose ASAP because she really wanted to see ASAP, and we were in New York, so I felt like
had to go see ASAP.
Yeah, I was the same way, low key thinking, yo, maybe we should go see Fat Joe, but I'm like, I'm not missing Trav or Meek for Fat Joe. You feel me? Even though hearing Lean Back in New York would have been crazy. That shit would have been crazy. But ASAP Rocky was a really dope performer too. He brought out ASAP Ferg, the ASAP Mom, Smokey Margella, and what killed me was because like I kind of spoke it into existence. I was hoping for this, but I didn't know if he was actually gonna do it. Towards the end of his set, my nigga brought out 50 Cent, bro.
ASAP?
50 Cent, born and raised in Queens, and I got to hear him perform in his hometown, fam. When I tell you that shit was nuts, bro. I was over there. Cause how it happened was, we were in the mosh pit all day. So you can think about it, for a good 6 hours, we were just in that mosh pit.
I was about to ask you. Like, I got questions about that shit too. Like.
Yeah. We were in the mosh pit. I don't know how Kay was able to remain alive. But at one point during the ASAP set, she had to step out because she wasn't feeling good.
I was going to ask you, like, were there ever times during, like, the 2 days where it was just like, yo, I can't keep going. Like, it's just too much. Because you said you guys got there from, like, early.
Yeah.
And stayed the whole time. So that's 8 hours.
Yeah.
Around straight nonstop, just baboonery.
Yeah.
Lit music.
Facts.
Like, how did y'all eat? Did y'all drink? Like, I'm confused. Like, how did y'all survive?
So, we ate before. We only ate one thing during, and that was it. So yeah, we were drinking.
I know y'all
the
were
entire time.
Like, I got back to the crib straight, passed out.
Oh nah, I was good. I was good. I was up. I was up. This is my element. You feel me? I was in my element, so I was just ready. You feel me? Yeah, there were times where we had to step out of the mosh pit just because shit was getting too crazy. And it was when we left during ASAP shit. That's when she brought out 50, And I was sick because we were getting water because I don't know what song it was, but the pit went too crazy at one certain song, and I was walking away, and all I heard was he performed Wangsta. And I was like, damn. And I thought it was just ASAP playing Wangsta, you feel me? But it wasn't until I heard 50's voice, and I was like, and I'm like, oh, niggas from Queens, and I'm in Queens listening to 50. Shit was wild. But yeah, your questions? There's so many things happened that weekend, fam. It was great.
This man's face right now.
It was so great. Happy. I was so happy. Yo, I needed a break from everything, fam. I needed a break from work, from life. No bullshit from this podcast, even though I was still promoting the shit while I was in New York. I needed a break from everything, and that was literally the perfect opportunity. A weekend away with my best friend, just listening to music and enjoying each other and enjoying life. You feel me? The Airbnb was dope. We were on the 7th floor of this nice little apartment building. We had a nice little balcony. Our host said, please, feel free to smoke, which was dope. For an Airbnb. Feel free to smoke, which is dope. So that, and I don't know, everything was just set up nicely. I feel like we planned everything just the way we needed to. And for like black people planning shit, we already know how tough that shit can be. So,
all right, this 2 questions. Great. Favorite performance?
Yeah. Damn. Yo, I don't know. I don't know. I guess it would really have to be who did I perform? Who did I record the most? I feel like that would let you know who was my favorite performance. Who did I record the most? And fuck, yeah, I really don't know. That's hard.
Give me a top 3.
Thug, Playboy. No order, by the way. Yeah. Thug, Playboy, and either. I'm not gonna say Trav because that was my 3rd time seeing Trav. But maybe A Boogie or ASAP. I'll say at my 4.
Now, who underperformed for you?
Underperformed.
Didn't really pull their weight, hold up to the expectations. Because out of those, I don't like a 2-day event where you got all these artists. I know there's no way everyone killed it. There's no way.
I think there were some songs by I probably have to look up the track list. I think there were some songs by artists that I wanted to hear, but I didn't get to hear, and I was confused why they didn't perform it. But let me just look at both of the set lists real quick just so I can look at them. Because there's also mad people that I wanted to see that I didn't get to see because I was seeing other people. Like I wanted to see Dave East. I couldn't see him. I couldn't see Gunna because I was watching somebody else. And Gunna brought out Lil Baby, so I was tight about that. But who underperformed? Okay, I can say.
I would have loved to be there. I was watching his snaps. I was like, sheesh, this nigga is legitimately 2 feet away from the baby right now and his midget ass. Like, I'm like, damn, this man is out here living his best life, legit, like, feel full of nothing but people.
Yo, I don't know. I can't tell you who underperformed. I feel like everybody did their thing. Everyone did their thing, yo.
If that's the case, then, hey, everyone did their thing. I ain't gonna force you, tell me
something. Everyone I saw was lit. I'm looking at this track list right now trying to, like, talk shit about one of these people's sets. I didn't really care about Moneybagg Yo's set, but then again, I don't really listen to Moneybagg Yo, so I feel like that wasn't on him. Same thing with Polo G, but
Polo G, that nigga.
Yeah, I'm about to say mad people fuck with Polo G. I just don't know his music like that, so I want to say that was why for me. Who surprised me? Blueface surprised the living shit out of me. I did not think I was going to enjoy his performance at all. You feel me? I didn't think I was going to enjoy his performance at all. But one, the dude is funny as fuck. He is funny as fuck. He was saying any shorty that he saw in the crowd that were on their shoulders, that was on like somebody's shoulders, they were like, hey, if you ain't showing titties, you better get the fuck down. And he was just pulling up to everybody. He was like, hey, show me your titties. Hey, show me your titties. And mad people were just doing it. I was just in the crowd.
Nah, girls were doing it too.
Fam, you should have saw ASAP set. Fam, let me show you this picture real quick. Fam, at one point, my man ASAP was covered had both of his arms just covered in bras, bro. Because shorties were just taking that shit off and throwing them on the show. Every 5 minutes, this dude was yelling titties on the stage, bro.
Must be nice.
Look at that shit. Yeah.
Must be nice.
Facts. Facts. You know what
said that, yo, show me your titties.
Yeah, now I'm about to be like, yo, that's all it takes. You just got to be popping like that.
I mean, when you on stage, you got 60,000 people going crazy. Shit,
facts.
That makes a girl do some crazy things.
That's a fact. Hey, when we take this podcast on tour,
I'm not gonna abuse my power. I'm not gonna abuse my power for,
I'll tell you right now,
personal gain all the time. Sometimes.
I was about to say, don't do that.
City boy. I'm gonna have Shorty beat my ass.
But what I should have done though, I felt like I should have used that opportunity because I was obviously under so much shit. But I wish I took that opportunity to explore the people that were there, because I met a lot of dope people, talked to a lot of dope people that were there. But if I just looked, I would have ran into so many people. Fucking Rihanna was there and I didn't know. KD was there and I didn't know.
The odds of you running into those people out of all those people though would have been really small.
Yo, KD looked like he was just chilling. KD was just chilling.
Probably had
in the middle of the shit. Yeah, he probably had security. He had his hoodie up and all that
shit. No way KD's just gonna be chilling around 60,000 people.
I'm gonna recognize a 7 foot.
I'm a hit
7 foot dude.
But I'm saying the people you're talking about, there's no way you would have gotten close to him.
Yeah, I think Rihanna was backstage, so I think that's probably why I didn't see her. But I was like, just for Rihanna to just be here was wild.
Imagine backstage though with all the celebrities just getting ready to go on set, probably just talking and whatnot. I would love to be in that type of atmosphere.
That'll be us one day.
I'm hip. That's what I'm saying. I can't wait.
One day just kicking it with the people, fam. Just be like, oh, you about to go on? I bet.
I actually had a dream about that because I knew we were going to talk about the what's called Rolling Loud on the podcast, and I had a dream where it was we had a video vlog, we did with Joel and for his basketball event.
Yeah,
we did the same thing for Rolling Loud.
Yeah,
we were backstage just interviewing people.
One day,
hip, bro.
Facts. I was trying to low-key get you to do that with me earlier, but you weren't trying to go to Rolling Loud. So I was like,
when was I not trying to go to Rolling Loud?
Fam, I asked you a couple months ago. I was like, hey, yo, I got this extra ticket if you want to come with me to Rolling Loud.
Wasn't that for K?
And I said, K's not going anymore. I said, if you want, I have this ticket. I told you the price, and that's why you said never mind. So I told you about it, fam. There was the chance for Urban Product to do Rolling Loud. But it was the money shit. And I was like, all right, I'm not going to fault you for that. So
I was being cheap.
It is what it is. It is what it is. It's an experience.
I'm not going to lie. I don't like driving to New York, bro.
I do it all the time now.
It's for you, but I hate driving to New York, personally.
I feel you.
That's the one reason why I hate going to New York, just the drive itself. Just, I'll go anywhere else but that.
I feel you. I feel like I just have a lot of things that make the drive easier. So most of the time, I have so much music I can listen to, and there's also podcasts. So that's what I do on long drives.
It's only one tank of gas, though.
Huh?
It's only a tank of gas, though.
Yeah.
To get to New York.
That's the best part. It's just one tank of
gas.
Yeah. It takes me half a tank to get to K every single time. That's lit.
Half a tank of gas to get from Bridgewater to upstate?
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
I think eco mode then. You must have some crazy shit with your gas tank.
I think it's because we're not coming from North Shore. That's why. Coming from North Shore,
you have to go through
and you have to go through the city and all
traffic,
that shit. Yeah. I-90 and all that shit. Here we just skip all that shit.
I have a question though.
Yeah,
did anyone address 6ix9ine or anything like that?
No.
No, he wasn't even spoken about or anything.
No.
Hey, I'm surprised.
Yeah, I feel like if he was, I don't think he's out yet. I feel like if he was out, he would have been there. No, actually, I can't even say that. I can't say that.
He would have been there?
No, I can't say that because there were actually a couple of acts that were supposed to perform.
Pop Smoke, Chef G, 22 Gs.
Yep.
I know what happened because they all got beef, right?
I don't know about them.
I thought they had beef. Pop Smoke, Chef G, and who's the other ones? Casanova and someone else. Like all have beef with 22 G's.
I don't know if they got beef with each other. I don't know about that, but I just know that NYPD did cancel all their sets. So it was Casanova.
I thought they recommended it. Like, could you not let them perform, or like it was like they're not performing?
They said, "Yo, you got to take them off." So Casanova, Chef G, is that the dude's name? 22 G's, Pop Smoke, Don Q.
Don Q, that was a nice one.
I don't know if I'm missing anybody else, but they were all supposed to perform at Rolling Loud, and NYPD shut that shit down real quick for all of those artists. And that was whack because I was looking forward to see Pop Smoke.
They did that for your safety.
I'm here, but fam,
for your safety.
Fam, I almost got robbed in New York. I'll say that I almost got robbed in New York, and it wasn't at the venue. It was on my way back to my apartment.
I would expect so.
It was on my way back to my apartment, which was wild. But no, if shit happened, shit happened. You feel me? I would have been safe. That's all I know. For the other people, I don't know, but I would have made sure.
He only worried about himself. I feel it.
I would have made sure that K and I were great. You feel me? But hey, Pop Smoke, I would have loved to. Welcome to the party in New York. That shit would have been lit. Anytime they just played it over the speakers, everyone went nuts. So, and I got to see Lil TJ perform for the first time too, who also made me realize he's a dope rapper too. I listen to Lil TJ every time to time, but I'm not really invested.
Yeah, me either.
I wasn't really invested. I listened to his album that dropped over the weekend, and then I also listened to his performance. I'm like, oh, I see why niggas fuck with him. You feel me? Lil TJ, A Boogie, anybody that's kind of doing that melodic singing, rapping shit. That's kind of the New York wave right now. So yeah, they're doing their thing out there. Any other questions about Rolling Loud? Yeah, it was.
I'll join you next time. It sounds like it was a great time.
I feel like
only thing with me is that I know I get tired of shit real after a certain amount of time. So from 1 to 9, just getting straight lit. I don't know if I could do it.
I mean, you don't got to be partying all the time. There were places to chill.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there were mad places to chill.
What I've envisioned is legit. You just being out in the field, just straight turning up the whole time.
You could be if you chose to. So you think about this. Think about a giant circle. On the surfaces of the circles, you have the stages and the entrance. You feel me? And then in the dead center, you have the food trucks, the food stands that were giving out alcohol, food, water, and all that shit. The merch stores. There was a cereal bar. And other shit like that.
I said cereal bar.
Hey, Munchies.
That's not random. That's not random.
Munchies,
Cereal bar.
But
I could smoke a whole zip in one weekend. I'm doing that.
And I will kill a bowl of Reese's Puffs if you put it in front of me. You feel me?
On that note, I hear it.
But it was really dope.
I'm gonna be out fun, Brody. I really am.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back next year too, because it's dope. Because that was the first time Rolling Loud came to New York, so. I was telling Kay the entire time, we're part of a historic legendary moment
they should probably do it earlier in the year, though. In September, not October.
Yeah.
Because the weather up in the Northeast is so unpredictable.
It was actually pretty dope out there.
Yeah, I know. It was a nice-ass weekend, so I know it was nice in New York, but still.
Yeah, facts.
But in other news, you hear what happened with 6ix9ine, man, getting a 10 mil record deal?
Yeah, I heard that. Is that actually facts?
Yeah, it's been reported as factual.
Okay.
As soon as he gets out, apparently, he's set. He has a record deal worth $10 million.
Okay.
Doesn't mean he's getting $10 million, people. It's a completely different thing. I think, the people or company, studio, whatever, putting him on is just giving him resources up to the amounts of $10 million to, make his money. And then, whatever he does after that is him. That's crazy to me, though, because it really means this man is really going back to music as soon as he gets out.
Do you think he's going to take it?
$10 million record deal, fresh off a year sentence.
Mm-hmm.
What nigga isn't taking that?
I mean, do you know what all that, what comes with all that if you choose to take that?
I don't know the details of the contract and everything like that, but I know, for one, that's a step in the right direction that he wants, which is to get back into music in general. So if someone's going to offer me $10 million and people have been telling me for the last couple months that my music career is over, and you're giving me $10 million to continue my career, I'm going to take that. Fuck the details. Like, I got to do what I got to do. Like, you don't know when that's going to come around.
All right, cool. So I'm giving $10 million to make an album, right? Or I have a record deal worth $10 million. Who's going to work with me?
You'd be surprised. I really do think people are going to work with him.
You think so?
Just off his clout. Like, people are going to see, like, a song with 6ix9ine and click it just because of the name 6ix9ine. Like, what is he dropped? Is he still on the same wave? Because I really don't feel like... I feel like he's going to have to go a whole different avenue with the music he wants now. Because he can't be on that drill music, like, trap shit. I'm a gang... Like, he can't do that anymore. So, like, his music...
Can, if he wanted to. I don't think it's going to work, but he could if he wanted to, because I feel like the people are going to eat up whatever is put out.
But another thing with 6ix9ine that made him so popular was his antics. And all his antics on Instagram had to do with him being a part of the Bloods. The Train 9 Bloods, whatever. Fucking forget the name of the group.
Facts. We were all Treyway at one point.
You feel me? So, like, I said Treyway and I hated the nigga. That's how catchy it was. I had other people getting me hip to Treyway. So, my thing is, like, if he's not adopting another persona, if he like doesn't go back to the way he made his money in the beginning, I don't know how he's gonna do it, like become successful again. But like I said, just off people seeing his name 6ix9ine, I feel like people are gonna click. That's just clickbait. True. His name is clickbait.
True. People are definitely gonna do that. But I think there's like a certain period when we're in the moment now, but we gotta think about what happens when the moment's over. You feel me? So when he first gets out, if he does release something, everyone's going to gravitate to that first thing because it's going to be the first time we're hearing anything from him since this whole incident. So it's going to be hot for that moment, but then it's going to die after a while. You feel me? And you got to think about, okay, now you have to make an album. If you find people to work with, cool. What's next after that? Touring. What venues are going to allow you to perform? You got to think about security.
That was also one thing I was thinking about, like performances. Because that's an easy way to clip this nigga.
Exactly. For performing, you got to up security. You got to get venues that are down for something violent to possibly happen, because that's a risk you got to take if you're going to book 6ix9ine as an artist. You feel me? You got to know that there might be some consequences that happen at your venue. So you got to think about all that type of shit. You feel me? And if I'm thinking about 6ix9ine, I don't know how much of a family man that dude is, but if I'm thinking about my daughter, bro, and I've been given a second chance at life, bro, I'm not taking this shit. Even if I'm given the 10 million something, just because of the stakes, I feel like I wouldn't take it. But if he does,
he's gotten used to a lifestyle like before going to prison. Like, he got used to living in a certain way, so it's probably going to be really hard for him to adjust to regular life, being a regular dude, especially with like the tattoos he has. There's no way he could just go to be a regular dude
and get them removed. Two things. One, he can get the tattoos removed. And two, I feel like, yes, he's like became this big thing, but I also don't believe that you can't go back to what it was, or you can't find life after that, because he was only hot for a year. So after being,
he did a lot of damage in a year. He did a lot of
shit in a year, but I just don't want to think that, oh, you can't find something else because you don't know how to go back to living that way. Fam, it was only for a year, bro. So
I personally
forgot a year. Then
I personally don't think anyone's going to go after him like right off the bat. I think it's going to take a little while, like a year, for shit to die down. Like, let people think everything's back to normal before anyone clips him, just because like he's hot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the FBI is probably going to be watching this dude still after he gets out and all that. Yeah. So I'm not trying to be around that and just even incite violence against that, because you never know who the fuck is going to be watching.
Exactly.
But my thing is, like, once again, 6ix9ine is a certain way, and I really don't feel like this taught him anything, especially with the fact that he said he's going back into the rap game. Like, I really don't think he learned anything from this, because he's getting a slap on the wrist. Snitched on everyone. Everyone he was associated with was in jail. He's not perceived as to have any threats. He's getting $10 million. Well, he's getting a $10 million record deal to go back to what he loves, apparently. Like, it all worked out for him in the end when you really think about it.
You think he's being set up by the labels?
For what?
Think of every label that went big after their artist died.
He's not that. He's not like that though. Like, he's not a martyr or anything like that. You got to think about the people who you're talking about though. Like,
I'm not saying all the people that died are martyrs, but there's a lot of rappers who had so much clout, and when they unfortunately passed away, their clout raised even more. And if these labels that don't care about this kid's life,
give me an example that would equate to 6ix9ine though, Because I can't see any that are like 6ix9ine.
Well, no, because we don't know anybody that was in 6ix9ine's situation before. But I'm just talking about somebody who was loved, who had fans, and then passed away.
But a lot of those people have like fans in the music game as well, like people that actually like them in music.
That's what I'm saying.
He doesn't.
He has fans
in music, like in the music industry that fuck with him.
Oh, like now?
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know that. Because a lot of people are being quiet about it, too.
Me personally, I feel like if I was ever to work with 6ix9ine as a producer, like, or something like that, I'd have to sign, like, non-disclosure agreements or some shit. Like, yo, you're buying this beat from me, don't tell anyone where you got this beat from.
Mm-hmm. I would want to individually ask all the people that 6ix9ine worked with, because all the people that 6ix9ine worked with, it's kind of been quiet. The only person that's ever spoken up has been Tory Lanez. He's been the only one that worked with 6ix9ine and talked on the situation.
Did he say he worked with him again?
I don't think he said. I think he said nah. Or I think he said he's sad because he fucked with 6ix9ine, so he was sad about the situation. But if he would work again, I can't remember his response.
My thing is, the only way I really don't see like people working with 6ix9ine just because of the like persona a lot of people adopt once they become rappers. Like, they ain't about that snitching life. They ain't about, like, fucking with the feds, all that shit. So I can't imagine, and that's most of the artists out here, in my opinion. I'm sorry. Like, most of the mainstream artists. So I can't imagine any of them working with 6ix9ine just because that'll fuck up their public image. It's like, all right, you talk like this. It's like Drake ghostwriting and shit. Like, it's different once you find out he's ghostwriting as a compared to, you know, finding out it's his real lyrics. Like, I'm not gonna fuck with Davies.
But we knew 6ix9ine wasn't doing half of the shit he was rapping.
Yeah,
about.
but I didn't know he was a snitch. Like, that's like Davies, for example. If he wouldn't made a single with 6ix9ine after all this, I'm looking at him differently.
Well, he would never. He wouldn't even work with him when he wasn't a snitch. Though that's the thing.
But like I'm saying, that in itself is, I'm just creating an example. Like, I'd just be like, whoa, like, can I even fuck with Davies anymore? Like, just because
he's a snitch.
You're working with 6ix9ine. I don't fuck with 6ix9ine. Why are you working with 6ix9ine? You everything you stand for is the complete opposite of this nigga. Why are you with this nigga? You're fake.
So any artist that works with 6ix9ine in the future, you're gonna question if they choose to?
Question their morals. Like, they're morals.
Like
their character.
Yeah, like I said, I want to talk to anybody that worked with him already.
Like, bro,
that hasn't, because for example, Kenny. Oh, you already know what to do. You're figuring it out right now? Okay, you already know. I think you need to grab Kat in order to fix that, because she has the password for all that shit. What was I going to say? Yeah, I'd want to talk to the people that worked with him. So, for example, A Boogie, because A Boogie and 6ix9ine had a song together called Swervin'. And I fucked with that shit a lot. You feel me? But when the whole 6ix9ine situation happened, A Boogie cut him out of the song, shot a video, cut his part out of the video, and now that song plays everywhere and it skips 6ix9ine's part. And
so 6ix9ine it's like 6ix9ine was
like
never a part of the song.
Wasn't part of the song. He's still on the album though. If you go to the album, you'll still get 6ix9ine's verse. But it's
the one that's getting all the airtime is not the one with 6ix9ine.
Exactly. You feel me? So now I'm over here like,
can you blame him?
Can I blame him?
A Boogie? Could you blame A Boogie for doing something like that? I can't.
If that was your man's.
Is that his man's though?
They were cool.
Just because we're cool,
that wasn't their only song together. They made other songs together. They were cool for a minute. You feel me?
I mean,
and I feel like if
I don't think that's his man's.
Yeah, but still, Swervin' was a big single. Cool. It was hot, but I think 6ix9ine helped to be a big single too. Cool. If you're going around promoting this single, I think if you fucked with 6ix9ine, if you like genuinely fucked with 6ix9ine, I would just either pick another single or rock with this single, but leave the man on it. And if you see, oh, you're getting flack because 6ix9ine is on it, well, he's on the original song. So if there's a problem, just don't perform the song, fam.
If you start fucking up a nigga's bag, I can't hate on them for, you know, cutting you out of something. Because, all right, think about it right now with what's going on with the NBA and China and everything.
Yeah, you'll have to fill me in on that because I have no idea.
So like Houston general manager Daryl Morey, right? He made a tweet basically saying like he supports like the freedom, like China should let their citizens be free and all that, right? Everyone in China got pissed off because that's not what
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Basically what like the gist of Daryl Morey's tweet was everyone should be free. in China. Like everyone should have the right to freedom. Everyone should, you know, fight for what they believe in. All that.
Is that not
like
a thing?
Western beliefs? You know what I mean?
Is that not a thing?
It is a thing, but it's not what they're fighting for. They're free, but it's just that they're trying to get certain they're trying to have the government just treat them as equal, essentially. Like I don't understand the situation too in depth to really like speak up on it. That's why I didn't really put it in the notes and everything. But I just know like that didn't go well in China because like the way we interpret the situation and the way they interpret the situation are two completely different ways, just because of like the way we're raised and whatnot. So LeBron yesterday tried to do damage control, but the way it looked with him talking was it was for his pockets. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't really trying to advocate for, you know, human rights or anything. Mm-hmm. He was saying that shit strictly because it was affecting his pockets. Now I bring that back to A Boogie.
It was affecting LeBron's pockets?
Yes, because China in the NBA, they do $4 billion worth of business together every year.
Okay.
China has 1 billion people in there. Most of them love NBA players. LeBron's brand is bigger in China than it is in the United States. So he makes more money in China than he does here. A lot of NBA players are like that. Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, for example. And Kobe.
They make more money in China.
Yes.
Okay.
Just off endorsements, shoe deals, all that. Just because of the sheer amount of people in China and how big. Basketball's bigger in China than it is here.
Okay.
You feel me? So China banning or not playing certain games on TV. You got citizens burning jerseys. That's fucking
as a response.
As a response to all of what Daryl Morey said.
And why was he saying these things about China?
Because you don't know how in China currently they're protesting against the government because they're like they're oppressing them in a certain way. I forget how they're oppressing them, but
so this is like politics and government shit.
Exactly. Shit and that is as a general manager, stay in your lane.
I was about to say, and then
you should not be bringing this up. But it's
America
weird.
America always wants to get involved in shit.
Nah, but it's weird though because the like NBA advocates for free speech, like human rights. Like we're always gonna do the good thing. Like we're never gonna shit on our players or whoever for speaking out against social injustice. That's why Daryl Morey said this shit. He's like, oh, free. And like in hindsight, like as an American, like you can understand where Daryl Morey's coming from. Like, oh, obviously we want everyone to be free and all that. But as an Asian person and a person from China,
oh, he's Asian.
Daryl Morey's not Asian.
Oh.
But like as a person from China, I could understand why they would feel some type of way if we didn't grow up the way they did. Mm-hmm. Like their government, China has been overtaken by England. They've had a lot of like oppressive regimes in there, like what's it called, colonizers, essentially, like just people taking over their land. So they're not trying to have that again. So they don't need American influences like that, especially in government. They don't need that. So that's really where it came off. So like I said, fumbling the bag. Daryl Morey causing a lot of NBA players to lose money as a result of this. Like people aren't buying NBA shit. People aren't watching games. People aren't endorsing the NBA. People are losing their sponsorships. Now think about this with 6ix9ine. If I put a song out with 6ix9ine and I'm A Boogie, people might start giving me flat back for why are you promoting this shit? Like why are you making a song with 6ix9ine? Even though I did it beforehand, some people are gonna be like, why'd you make a song with 6ix9ine knowing he was doing that? It's just like you're fucking up my money. It's probably not gonna get as much airtime if 6ix9ine's part is playing. Feel me? And in the age we live in where streaming is like God, you know what I mean? Like streaming is where you get all your money besides touring. I can't hate on A Boogie for like doing damage control. Like, all right, I'm gonna cut this nigga out, save my ass, and make money off of this because I'm not gonna lose money for a nigga that's locked up.
It's just imagine being a part of. It's like me and you, right?
No. I'm gonna say it like this. Bro. Imagine, right? Me and you were cool and whatnot. We're chilling. We do a lot of things together, and then I snitch on you for like trapping, and whatnot. Right?
But it's not me and it's not me and you snitching. You feel me? It's not like you're snitching on me.
I am snitching on you.
Well, A Boogie 6ix9ine wasn't snitching on A Boogie.
All right. Well, I snitched on your close companion, whatever.
Sure.
Aren't you gonna look at me differently?
Yeah, that wasn't what happened, but yes, I would.
What do you mean? If he snitched on all of them, he's gonna.
Yeah, well, they're not close.
Trippy,
A Boogie.
Wasn't him and Trippy cool at one point? Like before all this shit happened.
A Boogie and Trippy?
No, 6ix9ine and Trippy.
I think they were cool.
Are they on the same label?
I think they were cool at one point, and then there was just beef for the rest of their career. So they had beef for like a really long time. But I'm talking about them. Okay, my example is gonna be like, imagine I was in the studio with you, right? We had this dope ass moment. We made this dope ass song, fire song that was for your album coming out. You put the shit out. People love that shit. We're hot. You feel me? I get caught up into some shit, and as a result of that, you cut me out of the track, and you make everything that I contributed to help you make. Now I'm over here. This man is collecting checks for something that I helped him make, bro.
Now my thing, not if I'm not releasing your part though.
I know,
if
but
I'm cutting out your part
together, bro.
We didn't make that part together. You made your
in
part.
The studio when you were like swerving.
The thing is, like, without 6ix9ine, I would admit he would have did that regardless. He would have made that part swerving, all that, the hook. 6ix9ine probably wrote his own verse. So regardless, all 6ix9ine did was add his verse to my final product.
Yeah.
Is it really that big a deal? Like, think about it. You got like 6ix9ine was sitting down with him writing the lyrics. They were like, "Oh, this hook right there, that's it. That's the hook. That's the hook." Like 6ix9ine legitimately just included his verse. Bet. Word. You want to fuck up? Be public enemy #1 now? Word. I'm not gonna fumble my bag because people don't fuck with you. People don't. I know people that aren't listening to 6ix9ine's music just because of what's happened.
Same.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So I know as a result, people are not gonna listen to A Boogie shit because 6ix9ine's on it.
I feel you.
Who's losing money there, 6ix9ine or A Boogie?
Hey, if that's the case, might as well just take 6ix9ine off the album. If that's the case, fam. If that's
no, but I bet you he did that just because of like what you said. Like, all right, that's my nigga. I'm gonna leave him on the album. Like, whatever this generates. Let's get him a bag too. But like, I'm primarily focused on my bag, my family, my needs. You're in prison right now. I can't do shit for you.
Yeah.
If this song ain't making money, I can't do shit for you.
Yeah. I agree with you. I agree with a lot of things you're saying. I was just playing devil advocate and just for sake of conversation.
Like, me personally, like bro, that's like on the podcast. I'm out here. We doing a podcast shit, doing really well. You started it, right? Then I end up going to jail for some fucked up shit, right? Beating kids, right? That's a terrible look in the image, like, public image.
Hilarious too, but yes.
Feel me?
Yes.
Are you gonna let me come back on the show? I like nothing. You feel me? You gonna let me come back like everything's honky dory? Feel me?
You beat some kids. Nah.
You feel me? It's just like saying shit like, yo, people are gonna look at you like, yo, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing with Darnell? What's that situation looking like? Oh, you doing? I don't fuck with you anymore. I can't promote that. It's morals.
I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel you.
like,
but it's like, just know if you were to go down, I wouldn't delete you off of anything you've already done. I'm gonna just say that. You feel me?
I mean,
yeah. I would. Everything in the future, yes, you wouldn't have been there. But everything in the past, I would have stayed the way it was. I wouldn't.
But he didn't delete everything from the past.
Kinda.
He just took out. You're talking about one song.
You left it there on the album. But
yeah.
To the world, it was just him.
Well,
it was lit though.
But you could still find like the A Boogie 6ix9ine songs.
Yeah, I know. I feel you.
You feel me? So yeah, it's the same shit.
6ix9ine's part was kind of actually pretty hot on that track.
I don't even remember it.
I know.
No, I don't even remember.
You don't even listen to A Boogie, so I feel you.
So you know how they banned Jules the other day?
Yeah.
Or the other week.
Fam, when I saw you put this down, I laughed. And you want to know why I laughed? Because I was like, oh, Rich can't wait to talk about it. Me and Imani were actually looking at it when we grabbed lunch earlier. And we were like, of course, Rich wants to have a ball. So, yes, go ahead. I do remember.
So, yeah, they banned Jules the other day for things like anxiety problems, like people dying, people catching diseases. And I'm just like, what the fuck was like around before Jules? Cigarettes. Why haven't they banned cigarettes? Because they do the same shit, just takes longer effects. And it didn't make any sense to me. So I want to ask you, like, should they ban cigarettes just like they banned Jules? Because if you think about it, it's the same thing, just not as easily accessible. And technically, they really are when you think about it. Because I can go to what's it called? I can go to the convenience store, get a pack of cigarettes. They're less expensive than Jules. I could buy 2 packs. I don't know how many come in a pack now. I don't know that shit, but like 2 packs. I can smoke 2 packs a day, kill myself. Isn't that equivalent to like 3 Jules in one day?
Yeah, I don't know. I know like cigarettes are like harmful to people, but I think like cigarettes help people temporarily in terms of like stress and shit. They do.
The thing with
but
Juuls
I think
is
there was
that
just so much added shit in there, and like the thing with cigarettes, people can like smoke like packs.
No,
like,
I don't think that's what
day.
it was. I think what was wrong with Juuls was the fact that you could smoke it whenever you wanted because it didn't smell like cigs. So
yeah,
like,
I was gonna say
people were just
doing it.
chiefing them shits like
exactly.
I had one person at work I work with, bro. He smokes a Juul pod a day.
Yeah, and think about like in terms of like accessibility. If you're at somewhere, you got to take a step outside for a cigarette break, or you got to legit wait for a cigarette break. Juuls or weed vape pens or anything like that, fam, you do that shit anywhere, bro. Like, if you're at work, you can take a step into the bathroom and just do that shit if you want.
You can do that
so
at your seat.
Yeah, so I feel like that shit is just so much more accessible. So mad people were just overdoing it, and then that kind of.
But were people not dying from cigarettes before this?
Yeah, but I think with cigarettes, the effects were more long term. So
that makes it better?
No, but like it's like there's mad shit that's not good for you, but people just take care of it. They like just control it. So I think like with cigarettes, it was a lot of long term actions, but I think with cigarettes, it's the more you do this, eventually this is what happens. With Juuls and other shit like that, since it's so accessible, I think people were just overdoing it. So instead of prolonging those effects, they were getting them more sooner. So I think that's why they were like, nah. And it was affecting more teens than adults. So I think that's when they were really like, oh, nah, this shit gotta stop.
Because it's affecting the youth. Okay. All right. I guess that makes sense. When you put it like that, I guess that makes sense. I'm just saying, like, we still got kids. I mean,
and they're only doing it because it affects them on blah. That's why. If it was us, they wouldn't care.
We're not gonna get into that. You know what I mean? We ain't race baiting today, but you're right, 1,000%.
Yeah, well,
all right, I have another question for you.
Yeah.
So you know how they have, you could just be a snap hoe, like a snap girl, whatever, cam girls, all that shit.
Facts.
Sell your body for money on the internet.
Facts.
All that. You can do phone sex, all that, right?
You respect our sex workers over
You
here.
feel me? Feel me? You got strippers getting paid to get naked. Shake that ass, right? Feel me? But I'm just saying, like, we got all that, but yet prostitution is illegal. Do you think prostitution should be legal?
Yeah.
I feel like, I was going to say, personally, I feel like it should, just because if it was legal, you could manage it more.
I feel like it's already legal. We just call it something else. Like
escorting.
Yeah, like this I feel like there's prostitution everywhere, but when we think of prostitution, we think of people driving the corners, picking up somebody, paying a pimp, doing whatever. We think about that. So think about with prostitution, like people think about legit the classic whatever you think of prostitution, that classic image right there. Nowadays, I personally feel like prostitution has now evolved into this thing that is now socially acceptable, because and Shorty's gonna hate me for this. But I don't know. Anytime something sexual is awarded with money, you can say that's prostitution, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Paying someone money for sexual favors, prostitution.
Okay. And I'm going to look up, so none of y'all can wrong me on this. I'm going to look up the definition of prostitution, and I'm going to read it with you live on this podcast, and we're just going to take a nice little journey down the prostitution world, okay? See, I love my Google. I start to type in prostitution, it doesn't even come up in the search bar. Love my Google. All right, so the definition of prostitution, it says the practice or occupation of engaging in sexual activity with someone for payment. Fellas,
a lot of y'all girls out here.
Fellas, when are you going to admit that you pay for pussy?
I want to say this. I don't.
You might, but you don't know it.
I got a girl.
I know, but like before y'all were a thing.
I definitely did not pay for pussy.
Did you take her out on dates?
Bro, you lived with me. You know what I did. You coming over? Yo, you coming over? Nah, I bet. Yo, I'm free tonight. What's up? You coming? Like,
that is hilarious.
City boy,
that is
city
hilarious.
Bro, taking you out. Crazy.
Okay, so somebody that's not rich. Do you think dates? Okay, see,
I see where you're going with
we're gonna
this.
break all this down.
I see
I'm
where
gonna
you're
give you so
going
many different definitions. Okay, paying for a date, right? Taking a shorty out for a date. Now, if it's for the intentions,
I was gonna say, what are your intentions?
Yeah.
Do you plan on making this like? Do you plan on trying to get at shorty long term, or are you paying for this date with the sole hope that you're bringing her home and getting in them pants?
I'm going just for the vibe. That's me.
You feel me?
I'm going just for the vibe.
I'm not going on a date spending my money unless I fuck with you.
Oh, okay, see, I thought you were about to say unless I fuck you. I was about to say, there you go, you're doing it.
Unless I fuck with you, because I'm not I don't want to spend my money for box in general.
Facts.
Like, what? I could buy myself some pizza for half this meal and be fine and get some free box. Why am I gonna pay $80 for this shit and it be trash? I ain't doing that. No.
You hear that? You hear that? It only takes Rich a box of pizza, fellas. Y'all gotta step your shit up. But nah, I feel like, and I want to have this conversation with people because mad people are gonna say I'm wrong for this. But I do feel like whatever your intentions are, if you buy maybe somebody a drink, buy somebody food, dinner, whatever. If your intentions are pure, cool. But if your intentions are to get into their pants and to have sex, then you have to admit that you're kind of working with prostitution.
But my thing is,
And
against
shorties.
that argument,
Yeah.
it's the men who have the intention of paying for sex, not the women. So, is it really prostitution if it's not the same? They're not on the same page with it.
See, now with the other side, and this could be shorties or whatever you identify as. This on the other side,
you identify as.
yeah, because it's 2019, we got to be with the shits. On the other side, there's the people who just try to finesse a check or try to finesse a meal or finesse a dinner. Now, we say it's not prostitution because if you finesse and sex is not
Given.
if sex is not given, then you're the clear, right? You're just a finesser. Finesse your bag, good for you. But if we go through all this shit, buying dinner, buying dates, doing all this shit, and you believe that you should reward that person with sex, then I feel like, yeah, you're kind of dealing with prostitution. Now, it gets tricky because I feel like there's mad shit nowadays that we do. For example, people take people out on dates all the time, dinners all the time. We're not saying that's prostitution at all. We're not saying that's at all. The intention, however, that's what I'm declaring as prostitution.
Your mindset going into it is essentially what we're talking about.
If I'm taking a shorty out and we have a great time, whatever, at the end of the night, if I was to drop the shorty off and was to go home, cool. But if I did all that shit to then at the end of the night be like, so what's up? Trying to do blah, 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 blah. Yeah, bro. That means the entire day my intention was to get some box. Therefore,
you're fucking lame
for some pussy.
That means you got no game.
You feel me?
I'm sorry if you do shit like that.
And I've seen that where like dudes would buy shit for a shorty and thinking that would work and be like, yo, you think this shorty would fuck with this? And I'd be like, what are your relationships with that shorty? And then they'd be like, oh, I don't know. I'm trying to get her to fuck with me. I think she might like this. And I'll be like, if that's your reason, then fam.
Abort mission. Abort mission.
Fam, that's prostitution, fam. You're paying for pussy, fam. I'm sorry. And sometimes I want to ask a shorty this, like,
I wish Imani was here.
Yeah, facts. Like, I had a little mini conversation with her over lunch about it. But I just want to know when people would, when they're going to admit that they pay for sex. And if you purchase nudes, purchase premium snaps, those all count as paying for sex. We're not saying anything is wrong with it. Sex workers, there's nothing wrong with selling the shit that you're selling. But let's just call it what it is. And 2020, prostitution, let's just stop putting a negative
connotation
on it. I only put the negative connotation on prostitution if it's not consensual. So if somebody is forcing you to do all this shit, that is something completely different. You feel me? Mm-hmm. That is something completely different. But hey, if you are an independent, if you're an independent
contractor,
strong contractor,
and you're an independent contractor,
and bien, do what you gotta do. You feel me? But just call it what it is. You feel me? Let's just change the definition of prostitution. If you were trying to sell me nudes, shorty, prostitution. If you are trying to. If you're trying to suck a dude off for an eighth, prostitution. What's it called? If you're trying to get somebody to buy you a bag, buy some shoes, if you're trying to get a trip somewhere, if you're trying to get flown out somewhere, and you're not telling anybody how you do it, but we know how you're doing it, that's okay. Just to call it what it is. We're not slut shaming anymore in 2019. We're not. We're really not. And the dudes that are slut shaming you, they ain't shit. And
they slut shaming because they don't get box.
And they're probably the ones that are gonna end up paying you anyway.
You feel me?
So fuck it, bro. Fuck it, bro. I know, man. I have friends that are sex workers, and it never crossed my mind to call them prostitutes because they just that word just has such a nasty feel and nasty connotation to it. But that's why we call them sex workers.
And my thing is,
or escorts or something like that.
My thing is, as relates to the prostitution thing, like paying for dinner and everything, I feel like personally, if a girl isn't like just comfortable, just being able to just chill with you in like just a natural setting, like just chilling with you casually, why the fuck? Nah, there should be no reason for you to take her on a date.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I always say, I don't do dates as a way to get to know people.
Nah, because what if I don't like you? I just spent $60 for no reason. Yeah,
well, I don't know. That's just me in general. I feel like first dates, if you don't know each other, are awkward because like I'm trying to get to know you over food, but then again, I don't like to eat. I don't like to talk while I eat. So it's like I'm gonna get to know you over appetizers. We're gonna be silent when the entrees hit the table, and then after dinner, whatever happens, happens. Hey. Fam, you gotta check yourself.
It's not productive.
It's not productive, fam. I always do dates after I at least know you. You feel me? Like I know who you are. I know the vibe. Because then I'm probably gonna pick a spot that we both fuck with, vice versa, or you'll pick a spot that we both fuck with. We know the vibes, and we're just gonna have a good ass time.
To me, dates are once you've already established like some type of connection.
Facts.
Feel me?
Facts.
Once we've already chilled in a natural setting, got to know each other a little bit. Got a little comfortable with each other. Now we can go on a date because, you know what I mean? Then we could talk, you know what I mean? Bond, goof around over some stupid shit. Like, first dates are serious.
Facts.
Like, yo, just pull up to my crib. We'll chat, chill. We ain't got to do nothing. But I don't got to spend money.
Facts. And fellas, I'm going to tell you this right now because this is a very important lesson because I know way too many tricks. You feel me? Tricks as in people that trick, the verb to trick. Yes, I know a lot of people that tricks. You feel me?
I thought you was talking about shit.
No. See, that's why I had to save myself right there. You feel me? I know a lot of people who trick. So let me just tell you this. If you can't afford, if you maybe, how do I put this? If you find yourself a person and you see the lifestyle that they live, and you see that's not a lifestyle that you could keep up with, pretty much what I'm saying is,
fall back. If
you can't afford the shorty, fam, if you can't afford her lifestyle, don't go broke trying to take her out. Because what is that? Prostitution. So, yeah, that's my thing. Should prostitution be legal? Yes, because it's already happening and we're just calling it different things. And fucking... the only thing that separates it is that there's no pimp. But hey, Cash App's a pimp. So fuck it, bro. Let's just change the way we think about shit.
We're not calling them prostitutes anymore. We're calling them independent contractors. That's the name.
Independent contractors.
They work for themselves.
Workers,
you feel
exactly.
me? They do. They work for themselves.
Facts. Do you think it should be legalized?
It already is legal, but yeah, technically, yeah, it should be.
Would you ever be a prostitute if you were single?
I don't think, like, as a man, that could ever fly. Like, I don't know how I would do that.
So
I don't know how.
Okay.
If I could figure out how to monetize myself, I would, like, what?
Okay.
I don't give a fuck. I'll do it. Shit.
Lady Rich, excuse everything I'm about to say right now, okay?
Like, yo, if a girl hit me for feet pics,
So
here you go, shorty.
So you're telling me whatever your prime was, that you say whatever your prime was.
Entering my prime.
If you were doing everything that you were doing and shorties were throwing money at the same time, would you be cool with that?
So short, like saying I was
doing everything that you were doing, but you were getting paid for it.
I would do that in a heartbeat. What, bro? Like,
do you shame?
Shame
people that do that though?
Do I shame them? No, I shame the dudes paying for that. Like, yo, if you're gonna pay for it, you're dumb as fuck. Like, there's plenty
what if
of
they
girls.
what if they just got it? Because with my experience of knowing people, I just stopped judging after knowing the shit that I know, yo. But yeah, what if you just got it like that? What if you just got money to just do shit?
I mean, if you got money to just blow, I mean, go ahead. If you want to see a girl, just to see a girl, go ahead. That's not like my thing is like, I think like with my morals and the way I think, like I equate that on other people in certain instances like that. I don't think like, all right, he's trying to pay her for nudes just because he got it like that. I'm thinking he's trying to pay her for nudes because he's desperate for nudes. That's the way I see it. Now, me personally, I could never do that, which is like, I would never just judge a female for that because there are simps out here. There are simps out here that will willingly pay for that type of shit when they could just go on Pornhub,
which is crazy.
Google images. Crazy. You feel me? And that's fine. Like, everyone gets off in their own way. I don't care, but it's just like, all right, I'm not gonna blame her. Like, yo, get your bag. Just know I know what kind of shorty you are. I don't want that kind of girl in my life.
Yeah, and it's like crazy because like I'll even see like porn stars put out like premium snaps and shit, and I'll be like, girl, there's like 50 websites where we got all your shit for free. Why are you say, what's it called? Get this custom vid just for you. For what?
Where she just says your name or some shit. Like,
and they buy that shit, yo. That's crazy.
Like I said, simps, they get off on that type of shit.
Hey, fam.
Now, if a girl I dubbed, like say like back in the day, like a girl wanted to hit me up to chill, and I was just like, nah, I'm not trying to do that. I just creating excuses. Or then she hit me with I'll give you $50. Pull up.
That's crazy. Well, that's not crazy. Do whatever you want to do.
What you mean? What? Pull up.
I couldn't do
Pull up. Pull up. What? I'll just roll up. I ain't touching you. Pull up.
I'll just roll
up. I'm getting paid to roll up. Getting paid to roll up.
That's crazy.
You been here an hour? I bet.
That's what's crazy because nowadays that's what chilling is nowadays. I remember one time I was chilling with somebody and they were like, oh, we're doing something other than smoking. And I'm like, damn, shorty, what dudes have you been with, bro? Oh, we're doing something other than smoking.
Bruh.
I'm like,
my thing
honey, these dudes don't give a shit about you, bro.
If it was after 9 p.m. and I told you to pull up, come chill, 90% of the time what we was doing was smoking, watching the Netflix, and going to bed.
You ever have those times where smoking was the first date?
Bro. What? Bro, what? Junior year. That's all it was. Yo, what you Bro, yo, how you doing? What's up? Yo, you trying to chill later? Yeah, what's up? Just pull up to the dorm. Pull up to the crib. Bet. Just get yo, girls are hilarious because they do this thing where they come into your room and they just stand there like they just stand.
They don't even want to sit down.
I'm just like, are you good? Like, yo, you can sit down. They sit down like
on the edge of the bed.
Yeah.
On the edge of the bed. As if girl.
And that's just when you gotta just like start being a goofball and I was like, yo, get comfortable. Like, I'm not fucking serious. I'm not gonna kill you with some shit. Like, yo.
See, now here's when you say let's chill.
Usually I ask beforehand though, do you burn? Do you
wait,
smoke?
but like the whole smoke and chill thing is once again, Lady Rich, you gotta excuse everything I've been saying for the past 15 minutes. What's it called? Smoking and chill. Is the insinuation already there?
Not really.
Nah.
Really.
So sometimes
really.
it really
Me,
is just smoke and chill.
I never go into the attentions like I want to, but I'm never going to force that or say that out loud or anything like that. Feel me? My thing is like if you vibe with me, it's just gonna happen naturally anyway.
Must be nice.
So that's how I see it. Like, all right, work. We gonna vibe, chill. You gonna start fucking with me and just want to fuck with me. That's really how it always happened. So I never really had that issue. Just like I had to do that. It just always happened that way. Just cause like I don't consider myself an awkward person. So I would always get girls really comfortable with me before even like getting near them or like telling them to lay down or do any of that. Like you trying to watch Netflix and shit. Like while we burning, we're talking, we're getting to know each other. You getting comfortable with me.
You hear that? You hear that? Y'all hear that? So while you over there copping shorties lubes, like Louboutins, and taking it to the top of the hub, and you're wondering why you didn't crack it yet, my man only needed a gram. That's all he needed. He only needed a gram. So get your life together. You spent fucking over $600. My man spent $7.
Yo, I pray that like I talk like I hear myself talk about the shit I used to do. I'm just like, damn, I was a fucked up evil dude. Like, yo, I really just had it. I was cocky as fuck.
Yeah, I know.
I miss it.
Still are.
Yeah, not as bad.
Oh yeah, because you know you tied down. You feel me?
Yeah.
You cocky to her though, so that's all I know.
She hates me.
Yeah. All right, let's see what else is there to talk about.
Let's talk about Felicity Huffman real quick.
Yeah.
So if y'all our viewers, if y'all remember, she was a part of the rich people group in California that essentially paid colleges to allow their kids to get in. She was sentenced to.
Is that prostitution?
I don't know. That's just getting paid. That's just getting paid. Feel me?
Think these colleges was busting it open?
Yo, colleges do anything for a check. We already learned that. But she was just sentenced to 14 days in prison for paying her kids' way into school. And I just wanted to get your opinion on that, because 14 days in prison for this. Meanwhile, we got women in Ohio who just put the wrong district, the wrong city on her kids' form so we can go to a better school. She got 3 years for some shit like that.
That's what Felicity did?
No, Felicity paid a college illegally to allow her kid to get into the school.
And she got a 2-week sentence.
And then this woman from Ohio, she got a 2-week sentence. And this woman from Ohio, all she did was just put the wrong school district so her kid could go to a better school.
By accident or on purpose?
On purpose.
Okay.
And she got 3 years.
That's what happens when you got money. She probably was looking at way more than 2 weeks, but when you got the money and the lawyer, fam, they can get you off. Hey, she was probably they were probably trying to get her no time serves, but they were like, nah, we gotta give you something. You feel me?
What you mean, bro?
That's
crazy.
I feel like when you got money, you can pull anything off, low key.
My thing is like when they have like these public cases out in the world, and you got people out here actually doing this shit, getting longer sentences. You would think like they would try to at least equate it equally in some type of way, because it's in the public eye. Like we see you guys doing this for them. Meanwhile, in private, you freaking doing public citizens dirty as fuck. Like, all right, 3 years for that? What? That's crazy. It's just the double standard is absolutely insane. Like people getting different sentences for the same act. It gets me heated, honestly.
Yeah, 2-week sentence is crazy because is that considered fraud? What she did? Is that fraud, right?
That's fraud, and there's probably some other shit too. Definitely some other shit.
Yeah, so when it goes into that, I feel like she definitely deserves way more time, because that's like IRS shit.
And my thing is the jail she's going to, she ain't going to no regular jail. Like she's probably going to some private prison for celebrities where they get like rooms.
Because they're like, at the end of the 2 weeks, they're going to be like, I hope you learned your lesson. Never do it again. And then that'll be it. And then she'll go back to doing what she's doing. Because that's how this shit always happens. They're like, oh, okay, my fault. Don't get caught next time. Heard. Yeah. And then they just keep going with the shit that they're doing. But hey, man, fuck them.
I hear it.
Fuck
I hear it.
Low-key, when I heard the Felicity Huffman thing, I didn't recognize her based off name. When I saw a picture, no bullshit, I didn't even think it was connected to the college shit at all. I low-key thought Felicity Huffman was the bitch from the Central Park 5 case. I thought that was the chick. So when I just saw some old white woman that is going to prison, and I'm like, ha! Bitch. Justice, bitch.
Justice is served.
And then I actually looked up. I'm like, oh, it's a completely different person. But Linda Fairstein, hey, we coming for you. We coming for you. If that's your name. I don't know. Your name isn't important to me, so I don't know.
Real quick.
Else? Yeah, what's up?
Negatives to living on a college campus. Can you list off any? I feel like you pick up bad habits.
Bad habits.
It's really easy to pick up bad habits.
Twin XLs, showers.
Yeah, sharing bathrooms.
Oh my god, I don't miss shower sandals at all. In the shower caddies, I don't miss that shit at all. Unexpected, unnecessary fire alarms.
Bag checks.
Walking all the way through the snow and then not realizing that your class was canceled. A lot of shit, actually. Food. Sodexo as a company. Shout out Pasta J.
Yo, you know my girl's mom is like...
Oh, she works at Sodexo?
Bro, she's an executive in Sodexo. Like, she in charge.
Yo,
like,
give her my line, bro. I got some ideas.
I've already told her.
I've already
told her. Me and her got to talk. Because what they've been doing... She said, I know.
She's the what?
She's an executive. Like, she's high up.
Is it for the Bridgewater Sodexo, or is it for another, just in general
like
for Sodexo?
In Boston.
Oh, so for the Boston schools, all the Sodexo shit?
Yeah. Boston schools, Boston
Oh, so she don't got
hospitals and everything. Like,
okay, so she don't got to do with Bridgewater then.
I mean, I feel like if you in Boston, you could easily, just influence that. Yo,
yeah.
Bridgewater.
Facts.
It's a tiny little place.
So, Mother Lady Rich. Do something. I love anybody in relation to Rich. I just call them Rich.
Mother Lady Rich.
I call this girl Lady Rich and this brother Little Rich. It all flows off the tongue well, so that's why.
It's all good. It's all good.
All right. You want to get into new music?
I'm with it.
All right, bet. Did you listen to Wale's album at all?
Of course.
What'd you think about it?
It was a beautiful album.
Really? Do you fuck with Wale? Like,
I actually fuck with Wale like in general. So I like his album. I was looking forward to.
Mm-hmm. What was your favorite track?
That's okay. I'm gonna have to go with.
Did Routine surprise you?
Routine was fire.
You didn't know they were.
I'm gonna have to go with either BGM or Routine.
Right. Did you know that Meek and Ross were about to pull up to that track?
No, I did not. Because if you look at it, everything has like the artist, the feature.
Yeah, except for that one.
And this nigga came through and forced it.
Facts. I was like,
Ross killed his verse.
Yeah. First of all, I think that was a really good treat.
Love and Loyalty is a great song too.
I really like Sumi too. Really good intro.
Mm-hmm.
Really good intro. But I think with that one, I think I really liked it because people have kind of been skeptical about the fate of MMG because we don't really hear much about that camp. We know the three main artists, Ross, Wale, and Meek. But anything else about that camp we don't really know much about. And with Wale's whole label situations, we didn't even know if he was still a part of MMG. But with this track, it was really dope to hear all three of them back in their bag and kind of going in on each other. And I feel like I haven't heard Wale on a beat like that in a long time. I felt like the beat was right in Meek's pocket, right in Ross's pocket, and Wale seemed like he was chilling the entire time. So
Wale doesn't get enough credit because he's a very well-rounded rapper. You could put him on any beat and he'll kill it. Like he'll give you a nice verse on it. And I feel like this album showed that because he did have a, like you said, you wouldn't expect him on this type of beat.
Yep.
Like he had a bunch of beats where I was just like, okay, differentiating, and he didn't have one sound throughout the entire album, so that's why I fucked with it. And I'm pretty sure he is number one right now. So shout out to him for that.
Yeah. What's number one?
The album. Wow,
the album?
Crazy. Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah.
It went number one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's number one right now.
Oh, Shit, good for him. I don't know if Wale's ever had a #1 album before.
Yeah, I remember he was tweeting about it like crazy, like get me #1, I'm #2 right now, like make my day.
Oh shit, that's lit then. Good shit for him. I'm gonna double check that, but if that's true, good shit to Wale, because with his 6th album, it'd be really dope to hear if he got a #1 album off of that. I think my favorite on that, I think I have to listen to it again because I gave it one clean listen all the way through and I didn't really go back. But Bryson Tiller, once again, you know I fuck with Bryson, so I think he did his thing on that track. On Chill, that's a Wale classic. Yeah. That's a Wale classic.
That's gonna be around for years.
Facts. I gotta take another listen to that Dirk record because I'm really curious to hear how Wale and Dirk flow together. So that'd be really dope. Who else came out? A couple people came out. Lil TJ, I think I talked a little bit about that album before.
I listened to half of it. I didn't listen to the whole thing.
What'd you think of it so far?
It's okay. Once again, I want to say, like, I fuck with Lil TJ, but I'm not, like, a TJ. Like, he's not anything crazy to me. Like, I feel like we've heard his sound plenty of times. Like, there's a lot of people that sound like Lil TJ right now. Yeah. Like, you put me on to a dude this weekend from New York. That sounds a little bit like Lil TJ. And I was just like, I fucked with him more than Lil TJ. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, TJ's good, but he's not for. I wouldn't say he's not for me, but I'm just not gonna go out of my way to like bump his shit because I feel like I can get his sound anywhere.
No, I hear that, and that makes sense to me because you said you don't really listen to A Boogie like that. You feel me? Yeah. And they kind of go hand in hand with the whole melodic shit. So if you don't like A Boogie, I can see why you wouldn't like TJ or.
I know. I respect what they do. I'm glad that they got a fan base. They in their bag, but their music is. Some of their music is for me, but just not all of it.
I think what I like about their music is their lyrics. Because sometimes I'll be thinking about it like it's a catchy song, shit, sounds nice, it's all melodic. But then when you really break down the lyrics, sometimes they're saying some shit in those lyrics, fam. I'll just be listening. And, they're doing all this crooning and shit over the beat. But then, like, what they're talking about, if it's TJ talking about some street shit, like, he'll say some real ass shit. Same thing with A Boogie and J.I. when I talk about his project next. But yeah, I'm really fucking with the sound New York is starting to give off. It's really dope. And I did just mention J.I. J.I. is an up and coming artist from New York. What borough? I don't remember. I think he's from either Brooklyn or the Bronx, but I can't remember. So don't quote me on that. But he released his first tape on streaming services. It was on SoundCloud before, but he put it on streaming services. The thing is called Hood Life Crisis Volume 1. No features, only himself, and he bodied it.
Yes, he did.
He bodied that shit.
6 or 7 songs?
Yeah.
16 minutes long.
Fact, 16 minutes long. So it's really a quick listen all the way through.
And you're going to replay it too. Yeah. Like, that's the thing. Like when you send it to me, I didn't even peep how long it was. I just pressed play. And I was on my way to Bridgewater, and like it stopped halfway, and I was like, where the fuck is the rest of it? I was like, this is fire. Like, where's the rest of it?
Yeah, fire.
Replayed it twice on the way to Bridgewater. So that's how I knew that shit was hitting. Like, Stu got some bars. Like,
yeah, Stu got bars. I was listening to that project, and I was just like, that's an Instagram caption. That's an Instagram caption. Fam, the whole tape was filled with an IG caption. So anybody that follows me, if I post pics and you're wondering, yo, where's this nigga getting all of his
This nigga Devin hit me up Saturday morning, like, yo, get hip. I'm like, you know what? You the music man. Best believe I'm going to listen.
Yeah.
I'm glad I listened.
Facts, because when we had King and Jay Wavy on the show before, they were telling us about J.I. But I think I just never looked into it until Promise V actually hit my line saying that he dropped something, and I was like, oh, okay. So I went over and I checked it out, and that shit bang. Dude got a nice ass melody, nice bars, and apparently he's been rapping for a while. He was on the Rap Game, which was the show that Jermaine Dupri did.
That was years ago. Jermaine Dupri was on it. Like,
yeah,
what?
It was like the show from a couple of years ago that Jermaine Dupri did, and he was on it as a kid, but he didn't win it, but he was on it. So now to see him come up, clearly he's been working on his shit, and he sounds dope. And I'm liking that we caught this kid early because now I'm going to watch his journey to see how he rides because he's going to pop. That dude's definitely going to pop. You feel me? Yeah. Oh, it's right there. That dude's going to pop. It's just all in the matter of when. You feel me? So I can't wait for that to happen. My favorite track on that will probably be the intro, Blame on Me.
I don't have a favorite track.
Yeah, mine is probably Blame on Me because y'all know how I feel about intros. You feel me? And yeah, second favorite's kind of hard. it's a 3-way tie between Need Me, Company Part 2, and Own Shit.
Listen to it and you gonna like it.
Facts. Y'all gonna like it. You feel me? So shout out to, and I like that other artists put me onto that artist. You feel me? That's dope.
And one more album that dropped before we get into the singles is by Mike Posner, Keep Going. I don't know if many of you know Mike Posner. He was big back in the day. He did some shit with Kanye, The Dream a little bit back in the day. But
his last biggest song you might know was Ibiza. That's the last big song I know.
Yeah, so
Pill and Ibiza.
Keep Going. It's a rap. What's it called album? I wouldn't consider it rap. I consider it more R&B and like soul, really.
Yeah, he sings more.
Yeah, he sings and everything. But it's a 16-track album, 47 songs.
47?
47 songs. 47 minutes. 16-track album, 47 minutes. 47 minutes. And what really grabbed my attention was, first of all, Mike Posner. Like, most of his songs that I listened to, mad soothing. And I was on my way to work, so I was like, this is a nice vibe on the way to work to listen to. Then I heard, like, the intro, essentially, Come Home. I was just like, oh, this is how we come in? All right, I gotta give this shit. I'll listen throughout the whole time.
All right, I'll listen to that shit.
And, bruh, right there, I was just like, damn. All
right, I'll listen to it.
It's just beautiful. It's beautiful because before the intro, there's like an introduction where he's just like, the best way to listen to this is just like undisturbed, like doing nothing, just like paying attention to the lyrics. And it really is, because it's a nice album. It's a good project. For me, my favorite song on it was Slow It Down. Mm-hmm. And it's just him going off. And also, I'd have to say Prince Akeem with Wiz. Nigga snaps. Wiz snaps on that shit.
Do you know the story with Mike Posner right now? He's walking across the country. That's why. So, okay, so the story with Mike Posner was I don't know when he started. I think he started maybe a couple months ago. I don't even know if he finished. But he said he was going to journey across the country by walking, and at the end of his journey, he was going to put out this album. So him putting out the album lets me know he must have made it across. But
there's no way he walked across the country.
Oh no, he's still going. I guess that's why it's called Keep Going. All right. He's walked so far 2,664 miles
through the country then.
Out of 2,850 miles. So he got a little under than 200 miles to go.
Oh, he got a state then.
Yeah, this is him. You feel me? I don't know where he started. But
I want to know where he started from. Like, what is across the country?
Currently walking across America. Okay, this was like months ago, so I'd have to like scroll.
He's from Detroit too, so
I don't know if he started in Detroit. I will let you know at the end because I'm
2,000 miles. I know the United States is bigger than that.
Yeah, because I think he posted a snap, something on Instagram every day, and he was legit just walking. And I think every week he put out a track from the album. And who knows, maybe with this album. And that's my thing. How are you walking and putting out music at the same time? Unless if he recorded all this shit before he started walking. But this is one hell of a promo run, I'll tell you that. Promote my album by walking across the country. Damn, shout out to you.
Yeah, listen to it, though.
Facts, I will. I'm going to listen to it on my way home.
I'm going to drink to this.
Now that I'm seeing your face and I'm like hearing you talk about I'm like, okay, all right, I'm going to listen to that shit. Singles, let's see. Roddy Ricch came back with Big Stepper. He's been dropping fire singles lately, so lets me know he's gonna drop a fire album when he gets around to doing that. You feel me? Did you listen to that? You fucked with it?
I didn't even realize he dropped it.
Really fire. Really
I was
fire.
Instead of getting hip to this song, Dawn was getting me hip to NBA YoungBoy this weekend.
Yeah, I saw that too. I'm
not big on him, so that's why I didn't put it on. But
was it fire?
I don't know.
Yeah,
some songs, like obviously some songs on an album are going to be fire, but to be honest, I still don't fuck with NBA YoungBoy like that.
Yeah, I tried getting on YoungBoy a while ago. I think like one of my old coworkers tried to put me on. They had a couple of tracks, but like I couldn't stick with him as a fan. You feel me?
I can't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll definitely give my shout out and respect to him because he's definitely an artist that is consistent with his music. That man is always dropping projects. Like I feel like every other month,
he has at least like 12 albums
easily.
And he's not even 22.
Crazy.
Bro, didn't he get a record deal where he had to drop like 5 albums in 2 years?
I don't know. I know nothing about that kid. I just know he has a bunch of legal issues and a bunch of baby mamas. That's the only thing I know about that kid. That's the only thing I know about that dude. But hey,
all I mainly know him for is the baby mamas and the herpes.
Moneybagg Yo dropped a track with Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, they finally dropped one.
Yeah, all that. Pretty dope. I don't know what much else I can say about it. Megan killed her part, obviously. Moneybagg Yo did his thing. Megan looks beautiful in the music video. And I was sick that I couldn't see Megan Thee Stallion at Rolling Loud because I was supposed to see her. Me and Kay, how we set Rolling Loud on Sunday was we were supposed to be at the Fashion Nova stage from who was it? Let me show you the set list right now. Yeah, we were at the Fashion Nova stage, and we were supposed to see Melly, and then go all the way
YNW Melly?
No. The singer Melly. The singer Melly. No, it was supposed to be Melly, and then it was supposed to go all the way up to ASAP. So we were supposed to see Melly at like 3:10, and then it was going to be Tyler Yawa, Lil Tecca, Meg Thee Stallion, DaBaby, Tyga, A Boogie, Juice WRLD, and then ASAP Rocky, all on the same stage. But then at some point they moved Megan Thee Stallion to headline on another stage, which is dope because she went from performing early to becoming a headliner on her first Rolling Loud in New York. So that's fucking dope as a new artist. But I was just sick because that was my chance to see her and I couldn't do it. I was trying to see how fine she was in person, you feel me? But it's all right, another time. Other singles, that's it. That's it for new music. Bet. Let's get into our reality checks.
So I just want to say I took a personal day today from work. Didn't really go. I just chilled, relaxed, slept. Got my mind right. Work's been making me feel some type of way. So I just needed this day, and I just want to say my reality check is that we each need a mental health day. We each need a day to clear our minds, whether it be from school, whether it be from life, your family, friends. Take a mental health day. Take a day where it's just you focusing on you and worrying about you, because we all need one of those in our fast-paced, busy lives where we focus on everything else besides ourselves. So, of course, just, take the time. If it's a day, take a day. If you need more than a day, take more than a day. But just focus on yourself here and there and get yourself right. Get that mind right.
And then for my reality check, I would just say that it is very important for everyone to remember that your life is your own to live. You feel me? I feel like a lot of times we go through life worrying about disappointing somebody, living up to certain expectations that are set on us. And I think it's really important for everyone to take that time to know that your life is your own to live. You will get somewhere only as quick as you want to get there. And you can only accomplish something if you really want it. If somebody wants it for you, you're not gonna accomplish that goal, or you're not gonna accomplish it in the way that they want it to. You can only accomplish it in the way that you want to. You feel me? So if you're ever feeling down, having a sad time, and you're feeling like, damn, all these people expect so much out of me, and you don't even know what you want for yourself, take that time and figure it out. And trust me, once you do that, you don't give a fuck about what other people want you to do. My mom, she has so many expectations of me, and she has so many things that she wants me to do, but she only wants me to do those things because it would make her look good. And I'm trying to get her to realize that I'm my own man now, and she got to let me do my things for myself, you feel me? Not for the benefits of how I make her look to other people. And to all my Haitians, you know exactly what I'm talking about, you feel me? So remember that your life is yours to live, and you'll be just fine. That's my reality check. And with that being said, it's the end of the show. Thank you for tuning in.
Quick news update. My nigga Jalen Ramsey has been freed by the Jaguars. They traded him to the Rams. That's all I wanted to say. Shout out Jalen Ramsey. He's free.
Facts. Our Patriots still undefeated?
Of course, 6-0.
You feel me? So we're lit out here too, you feel me?
Of course.
And yeah, that's pretty much the show. Next week, Imani will be back, and we got a very nice little surprise for you and for the city. So,
gang.
about to be dope, you feel me? So it's your boy DME.
It's your boy Cozy Rich.
And you've been watching the Urban Products. We'll catch y'all next week.
Gang.
Deuce.
Love.